Hi, I'm Tom Ziglar, CEO of the Zig Ziglar Corporation, and I'm so excited that you're here with us on the Ziglar Coaching Academy. On Wednesdays, we talk about leadership coaching, coach leadership, and I kind of want to give you our approach at Ziglar as to what coach leadership looks like. I wrote a book called 10 Leadership Virtues for Disruptive Times, and I really studied how leadership has changed and how the values of people have changed over the last 5 years, especially since the COVID pandemic that started in 2020. It's really had a ripple effect all the way through the industry. So when we talk about coach leadership, kind of the emphasis that we have with our leadership coaches and in our program and our certification is we coach leaders how to coach their people. So it's a little bit different process. So we go in, a lot of the world says, okay, executive coaching, I'm going to coach executives, I'm going to coach CEOs and VPs and leaders and things like that. We do that, but what we're really trying to do is we're trying to work with a coach leader. So we think of that, we recast the name, we call leaders coach leaders. Why? Because coaching is the most powerful way that a leader can get improved performance, improved overall quality of life, improved profit, improved growth, improved retention. The most powerful way that a leader can do that is by coaching their people, by understanding and gaining alignment between the mission, vision, and values of the company, the goals of the company, what the company's trying to accomplish, and connecting that to somebody on their team, their personal goals and dreams, what it is that they feel are important to accomplish, their big why. Because here's the reality, if as an individual I'm working somewhere, I have goals and dreams. It could be to pay off my house, get out of debt, pay for college, create a college fund for my kids, buy the new car, travel, retire. These are all great goals and dreams that individuals have. There's something that's common there, and that is all those things take time and money. So if they take time and money, how do I get them faster? Well, the more effective I become in my job role, whatever that is, whether I'm a staff person, a support person, a salesperson, a leader, a manager in production, it doesn't matter. The more effective I am in my role, the more likely it is I'm going to get a raise, the more likely I'm going to get more responsibility, the faster I'm going to get my dream. And so what we want to do, and this is from a high level perspective, as a leadership coach, as a coach leader, we want to help leaders coach their people so that they can achieve their dreams and goals faster. Because at the end of the day, this is what you want. You want somebody on your team coming to work for a dream, not a paycheck. One of the things I hear from leaders all the time, these are the problems that they face. We've got turnover, we have retention issues, people aren't motivated, I got to motivate them. They stay in their lane, they're not all in, they're not engaged, the culture isn't vulnerable. These are all things that you hear all the time. Why is that? I think a lot of it rests on our shoulders as leaders, right? It's our responsibility to create the culture. And here's what's powerful. When I know what somebody wants, I know why they want it, and then I help them create a path and a plan to get it, and then I hold them accountable to that higher standard, the plan that they created. Wow, powerful, powerful things happen. So just in this very first lesson in coach leadership, if you are a leadership coach or you're looking for a leadership coach, we work on the whole person, that's a given. But the number one thing that we really want to do is we want to work with the leader and leadership teams. We've been in huge corporations with clients, trained over 500 leaders in one company, and through this process. And we do it so that when we leave, those leaders who have their day job, right, who are fighting fires and making things happen in all these different divisions, they know how to develop and coach their people. That's why we do it. And here's another question for you. Like if you're trying to grow in your leadership position and you're trying to grow a business that has leaders in it, In your growth plans, would you rather hire an outside leader to come in, climatize them into the culture, get them up to speed, hope they're a fit, maybe spend 6 months to a year, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't? Or would you rather develop and grow leaders from within? That's what we want to do. So the number one thing I want you to take from this first lesson is one of the most powerful ways to grow a business, to grow an organization, profit or nonprofit, government or business, right, is develop your leaders so that they can coach the people on their team. Because a coach gets the highest level of performance out of the people on their team, not because they said so, but because they know what inspires and motivates that person from the inside out, and they help them get it. All right, that's the first lesson. Thanks for being here. We're going to go deep in this. This is my passion. Coach leadership is a game changer. So I want to see you next time. If you like this, subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time.